So hello, here's another video response to one of Pat Condell's videos. Who is Pat? Pat is just a guy who is speaking out against Islam because he sees it as a force for great evil in the world. So thank you, Pat, for trying your best. I'd like to assume you have good intentions. Anyway, so what has he said in the last video? Well, he says two main things, which is Islam is crippling society by not allowing it to speak the truth, letting people in the public speak the truth, because every time they do, especially if it's anything against Islam, Muslims go out and protest for every tiny thing, like cartoons and things like that. And the other thing that he says is that the EDL are not fascists, they're simply also fighting for liberty, the right to just do what they want and do the right thing. And I don't disagree with you. In many ways I agree with you, Pat. So thank you for your video. So let's quickly explain what I mean by that. This is my daughter, by the way, to explain that. Anyway, so what do I agree with? I agree with that you should not be scared to speak the truth, and in many ways, because there's this overwhelming political correctness in the UK, people are scared of saying what's right. But I think that's more to do with a massive social issue. We do not even talk to our neighbours about anything. Forget Islam, anything. We do not talk to them about it. And that's the real cause of the problems. And actually, Pat says that as well. Pat says that in the video, that we do not stand up for anything nowadays. There are very few people who really stand up for something. I find that even if I want to talk about Islamic issues, things that are happening in the news, my neighbours are a bit shy about talking about these things, because we're so just used to talking about standard things: how's work, how's the weather, how you doing, sort of thing, which is nice as well, it's important, but we've got to blame ourselves as a public. Don't just blame Muslims, who are actually, people like me, are going out of our way to know our neighbours and invite them to barbecues and things, so many things like that. For example, our Muslim community has been here for 100 years in this country, in the UK. We've invited all our neighbours and so many other people, and hardly anybody came, that we invited. So it's not, it's a two-way thing. We've got to make an effort on both sides. Muslims have to make an effort, and so do keep her happy while I'm talking. Yeah, everybody's got to make an effort. Let's not blame one side or the other. And I agree, it's a shame, another point that he made, it's a shame that if you agree with the EDL, which I agree with in many ways, you're branded as a fascist. No, that's not true. In fact, the EDL have Muslims and Sikh people from different backgrounds who are part of the EDL. So how can you just brand them as fascists? They do have a few bad apples, as Pat says, and as even the leader of the EDL says. He says there's some crazy people in his party, and he can't control all of them, can he? So, and a lot of them are very peaceful. As Tommy Robinson, the leader of the EDL, keeps saying, there are so many peaceful people in the EDL, but they don't get any attention. It's just a few crazy people who cause problems that get all the attention. Okay, and yeah, so those are the main points. I suppose I should bring up another point, since I happen to be wearing this t-shirt, which I just sleep in, just by mistake, really. Yeah, Muslims go and collect poppies, which is something the leader of the EDL, Tommy Robinson, found very surprising that Ahmadi Muslims had it. And he actually says in one of his videos he really likes Ahmadi Muslims, which is a community that I'm part of, who go out every year and sell thousands of poppies to raise money for the British Legion or whatever you want to call it, yeah? So that's all there is to say about it. As always, I want to invite people from different backgrounds. I've already invited Tommy Robinson, by the way, to my show, bigquestionslive.org, where we can talk nicely, you know, and you'll find that people from opposite ends, the so-called opposite ends of the political spectrum, tend to agree on so many things. So I better go now. Baby's about to cry. Bye.